Aloha, Shamans, and welcome to our little corner of the galaxy here in this dimensional space called EarthStar Spiritual Center in Greensboro, North Carolina. So thank you for joining us tonight. It is Tuesday night. We're live April 9th, 2024. We are Dale and Jeanne Stacy, your hosts tonight for this event, and we are the Abbots of EarthStar Spiritual Center.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We were on yesterday, and many of you saw us then and chatted with us. We appreciate that. Hope that some of you saw the replay last night when you got a chance. I thought it was a really good podcast. There was a lot of emotion from people, so that was a good thing too. So welcome all of you, and I think we're going to talk about Merkaba tonight, which is what we did last night, or yesterday afternoon rather, when we set the Merkabas in the path of the solar eclipse. So that was really exciting because we've done a lot of work with Merkabas, and yesterday it kind of came full circle. So
yes, it did, and we're still absorbing wonderful energies from that solar eclipse with the Father Sun and Grandmother Moon and Mother Earth. So lots of energy still going on. I think Jeanne and I both noticed the light was greater today. It's almost like we needed sunglasses, even on a cloudy day. So we'll just make adjustments with that. All right. So tonight, then, we do want to talk about Merkaba shamanism. So first of all, what are Merkabas? And how can we use these in our shamanism practices and realities and consciousness? So let's just go right through some slides, and we'll start right away. So, it is April 9th, 2024. And if you've never seen a Merkaba, that's what a Merkaba looks like. It's think of it as a Star of David, three-dimensional. So a tetrahedron, so a four-sided or three triangles and a triangle on the bottom, so tetrahedrons, so four sides, and one point goes up, one point goes down, and you can see the slide in the center there. That's where it would be if you were sitting. Of course, if you're standing, it's the same thing also. And so this would literally be our light body, our spiritual light body around us, because that's what Merkaba means. It's a counter-rotating fields of energy, spirit body, light body. So that's what it is around us. And that's what we try to use in our Merkaba shamanism. So we are EarthStar Spiritual Center. Been doing this since 2002. We are a multi-faith online church for living Aloha. And our core principles are Alohas, all living God, love, oneness, heart path, and as above and so below. These are some of my meditation videos, and you can see those on our EarthStar Spiritual Center YouTube channel. So just click on those. And then these are some of the books we've written. Also, we have a ministry for if you're a writer and you'd like to learn how to get your work published. You can click on the links in the show notes, and you'll be able to find all those links to the books and EarthStar Publishing. They're available on Amazon also. Also in the show notes, you'll find a link for classes on the website. So in April, we have Reiki 1 and 2, Earth Superpowers, and the first Qigong class. May, we have Huna. And June, we have Shamanic Life Coaching as a certification class. Also have Sound Energy Healing. That's also a certification class. And then in July, we have the Merkaba Alpha Omega. And the information there will be on the website, Facebook, and that link's in the show notes. Making things pretty. That's all the pretty things that Jeanne makes. So wreaths, bows, florals. And so just check that on Facebook, and you'll be able to see all the beautiful wreaths and florals that she makes for us and all around the house. So remember Shaq, that's our shamanic principles of smiling, hugging, acts of kindness, compliments, and kisses. Try to do a couple of those each and every day. It'll be a wonderful way to share our Aloha consciousness, Aloha shamanism. And then just remember you are divine. So look divine, act divine, be divine. You are awesome, you're beautiful, and you're perfect. So look, act, and be awesome, beautiful, and perfect, because you are. All right, so let's talk about Merkaba shamanism then. So yesterday, during the solar eclipse, you can see that the path of the solar eclipse yesterday. It started in the Central Pacific Ocean and went all the way to the Atlantic Ocean, southwest of Ireland. So yesterday we did a ceremony online, and we placed 13 Merkabas along this path. These are the things you're able to do once you have a Merkaba in your heart, a heart Merkaba. So you see the big Merkaba there with the heart and the Merkaba around it. You see that little light in the center of the heart there. That's the tiny space of the heart. So these are some of the things that we'll learn in the class in July. So this is the Merkabic field. It is a field of love or aloha. So we can place that up, and it will be there for until our physical bodies are no longer here on earth.
Please let us know if you're watching so we can chat with you, or just say hello so we'll know you're out there. We're not talking to just each other.
Talking to each, which we can, but we'd like to have some interaction if you get a chance for that. All right, so let's go back to so next slide then. We know that these are also some of the Merkabas that we have placed over time. These are more continental, oceanic, or polar Merkabas that Mother Earth asked us to do. So back in 2015, we placed the 13 Merkabas along the Atlantic Ridge. And this was the first set of Merkabas we placed that Mother Earth asked us to do. As far as a continental sense, we've done some locally and also with other shamans. Aloha, Deanna. Thanks for joining us tonight. I know it's a different time zone, so thanks for being here. Many blessings. And aloha, Nicole. Much aloha to you. Hope you and Brandon stuff. So thank you for that. So this was the Atlantic Ocean Merkaba. So we want to cover Atlantis with this one. Let's see. Still got you on. And then here's the Pacific. So now the Atlantic Merkaba, we were physically in Bermuda when we did that with the Hawaiian Merkabas that we did here. And these go from North Pole to South Pole. So we were physically in Hawaii, and we had several shamans with us, and we're on the north coast of Maui. And we placed the Merkaba grid from North to South Pole to cover the Pacific Ocean or ancient Mu. And also you see the little other yellow Merkabas we did there also. So that was extra special fun with that. And this is one we did remotely with Mother Earth, and we did this back in September of last year. And this was the Malta Continental Oceanic Polar Merkaba set. Again, goes from North Pole to South Pole. Malta was in the center, but Mother Earth asked that we place one up through Europe and down through the center of Africa. So evidently that was needed at that time, so we obliged. And so this is what it looks like from a big picture view. So you see the stars on the left, it goes down the Atlantic Ocean. The ones in the middle, ones on the left are the Pacific Ocean. Ones in the middle are the Atlantic Ocean. And there you see the Malta Merkaba set right down through Europe and Africa. And as far as the Indian Ocean, some people have asked about that. Well, that was not within our purview. So Mother Earth said that she would take care of that. And I believe there's some folks in the Himalayas, I think mainly in the Tibetan Buddhism, some of those monks there will be taking care of that. So that'll be great. Nice to have the planet covered in that way. Now, we've also done some in the United States. We used this back in 2012. So this was our trip out west. And we placed a Merkaba over some parts of America that had experienced some trauma, and also over some of the state capitals, because we know how laws and legislation are formed there. And hopefully that would provide an impact of love. Because remember, Merkaba is just a field of love. Aloha. So on that one, we started with Klingman's Dome. Of course, that's the highest point in Tennessee. So that would cover almost the whole state. And then we did one in Nashville, Tennessee. And then we went to Memphis, Tennessee. We were there at the Hotel Lorraine where Martin Luther King was assassinated. So Mother Earth asked that we place a love Merkaba there. We went to Little Rock, Arkansas. Another place was Oklahoma City, again, from the explosion they had there in 1986. So we wanted to make sure that they had some love there. Amarillo, Texas. Went to Los Alamos in New Mexico, placed one there. Also Littleton, Colorado, where the Columbine shootings took place. So Mother Earth asked we place one there. Went to the Mile High Capitol in Denver. Lincoln, Nebraska, Went to Bellevue, Nebraska, there near Omaha at the Air Force Base, the capital in Topeka, Kansas, and then in Jefferson City in Missouri. So that took care of that trip out west. And we thought we were through, but Mother Earth, when we got back home and got rested, I mean, a month later, because we did the first one, that was during Memorial Day weekend or that week. And we thought we were through with that, but Mother Earth asked us to go to the Northeast in July 4th. And of course, you're thinking, well, traffic's going to be horrendous July 4th, but we said, okay, Mother Earth asked, and we did that. So Richmond, Virginia was our first state capital. Washington, D.C., we were there July 4th, the morning of July 4th. You want to share that parking space you saw when we did that?
Well, everything was blocked off because of the parades and everything, but nothing had started yet. So we're riding around knowing, thinking we're never going to find a parking place so we can do this over the Capitol. We turned the corner and there was a spot right there on the corner. And I told Dale, I said, people think this is no parking zone, but it wasn't. It wasn't. So he pulled in there. We got out of the truck, turned around, and there was the Capitol. So meant to be.
Yeah, meant to be. So the picture you see there in Washington, D.C., that was the picture we took. We were right there in front of it. So that was wonderful. Then we went to Annapolis, Maryland. Of course, that's state house, the state capital there. Then Dover, Delaware, of course, the state capital. Atlantic City was our resting spot, and that was our foundation. So from there, we were able to go to Montauk Point because of all the experiments that had conducted there, those secret military bases, and especially when they tried to do this artificial Merkaba in 1983. So that area really was asking for some love and to help clear and bless that place. Then we went to New York City. So you see the Statue of Liberty. So every time you see the Statue of Liberty now on a TV show or something, we put a Merkaba right above the torch, right? That way it's over that harbor. And then also right at the World Trade Center. Of course, at that time, that's when they had those two big waterfall things to symbolize the towers because they hadn't been built yet, rebuilt. And then we also went to, I can't see what that one is. Trenton, New Jersey. We did that one, the state capital. And then we did Philadelphia, PA. So we were downtown Philadelphia, PA, right there at City Hall. Did that one. We did 3 Mile Island there in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. Also did Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, that state capital. That was probably the prettiest capital place we saw. Those white buildings. They had these wonderful waterfalls there, little fountains rather, right there in front of the Capitol building. And then another one of the sad places that we did was Gettysburg. Of course, we went to the North Carolina part, Gettysburg, and that was very emotional there as all those soldiers were able to go to the light after Merkaba was made there. So that's some of the places we've gone on a national scale. So when we think about Merkabas then, we're going to have a class July 20 through 21st. So I'll give you a little bit of time to plan. So it's a 2-day class, Saturday and Sunday. And that way will help you to activate your alpha and omega sphere. For most people, our Merkabas have been kind of deflated since the fall of Atlantis. And unless we actively recharge them or reboot them, just like you would recharge or reboot a car with jumper cables, then they're going to stay dormant. So we want to make sure we reactivate our Merkabas because that's our 4th dimensional spirit body. And that will help us during the transition time when Mother Earth goes to 4D. We'll be able to take our body and our memories with us as we go to 4D. And of course, having remembered everything, we're going to be able to serve others quite effectively and efficiently when that time comes. But there's also some things we can do with our Merkaba right now. So just to go over some of the things that we cover in class, this would be our goal, is to create an alpha and omega sphere. So the alpha sphere is a smaller Merkaba in the center there. And once it's activated, it's 55 feet across. And then when we combine that with our omega sphere, that'll be 60 feet across. And once we have the omega sphere, that allows us to be in contact between 1D and 144 dimensions. And these are all the dimensions in our current reality. So our Metatron is the archangel responsible for this dimension, our universe. And going all the way to 144D, we can have contact with any one of those energies if should we choose to spend time with them. So that's the alpha and omega sphere. Now in the class also, we'll deal with angels. Matter of fact, you're going to meet your personal angel. So if you've always wanted to know who your personal guardian angel is, well, we're going to meet your angel. You're going to allow your angel to come inside your body so that you can feel your angel and they can feel you personally. So that's always a neat little thing that we can do. And so we do that with the Merkaba class. That'll be one of the first things we do, because we want to make sure that you have your angel with you as you're learning to work with your awakened, reawakened Merkaba energy. Next thing we'll do is we're going to make sure we explore the sacred space of the heart. So as you look at this diagram, you can see the toroidal fields that surround your heart. You have the physical heart, and then you see that little small donut behind the figure. That's going to be your feminine heart space. So that's going to be an interdimensional heart space, and that's going to be about 3 to 6 feet in diameter. And then you see the larger toroidal field, and that's the masculine space. That's the protective space on the outside, as the masculine energy does. And that is about 4 to 8 feet wide. So, and now this is where the Akashic records live, within your outer male space. And so this would be a way that we can travel to the outer sacred space of the heart, and you can access the Akashic records or the Akashic hall to view all of your past lives, future lives, all the ones now. So alternative, and alternate and parallel lives. Yes, it's a great place to be able to do that. Also, we'll explore the tiny space of the heart. And this is symbolized, you see in the picture, you see the heart with a light at the center. Well, everyone has a tiny space of the heart. And when you go to the tiny space of the heart, more than likely it's going to look like the star field that you see in the background, because the tiny space of the heart is the seat of creation. So this is where you want to go if you want to start creating anything, especially here on 3D. You can create it in your tiny space of the heart, and then allow your mind, body, and spirit to give you the necessary visions and images and energy to help create what you have placed within this tiny space of the heart. It's a beautiful place to be, the seat of creation. And of course, we'll have to speak about sacred geometry, the platonic solids. And as I said earlier, the tetrahedron you see on the top left, that the Merkaba itself is one of those pointed up and then one of those pointed down. So we have 8 points total all around the Merkabic field, and that's made of 2 tetrahedrons. And then we have a cube, the octahedron, the dodecahedron, and a icosahedron. So these are the 5 platonic solids that we'll certainly have to go around, and we have to discuss that and how we can use the sacred geometry in our lives for that, shamanism. Now, another neat thing we do in the class is, if you've never done this, is to activate your pineal beams. And again, these have been deflated since Atlantis. So we want to make sure that we push these beams out. And you can see by the diagram, they're about the size of a fluorescent tube. So in other words, about the size of your thumb and middle finger touching. So you can imagine that touching, that's how big it would be for you. It's all going to be based on your specific body, your specific sacred geometry for your physical body. And we have a total of 8 beams around the body. So you can see 1 through 8, and we will activate those beams. And once those beams are activated, that's where we get the halo effect. You see those older pictures of Jesus and ascended masters, and they seem to have this halo around them. That's because the pineal beams have been activated, and they extend around them, usually around 6 inches to a foot around the body. So it's going to make you a lot more sensitive to the energies around you. So activating those pineal beams is a wonderful thing. We'll also learn how to do the unity breath, which we did that yesterday also before our ceremony. Unity breath, you're going to find once you learn how to do this and you make that connection with Mother Earth, Father, Son, and bring all those 2 energies into your heart, with this beautiful trinity, you'll find that you'll probably use this just about every time you start some sort of meditation. It's a great way to get yourself grounded, centered, connection, and connected with Mother Earth and Father, Son, and to establish that Father, Mother, Child Trinity. And the next thing, now, Archangel Michael, this will be one of the things we'll do the very first day. Matter of fact, that Saturday, this will take up the bulk of the afternoon, depending how many people we do, because each one of these healings takes around 20 or 25 minutes to do. And we call in Archangel Michael to help with relieving you of any attachments, any entities. I think all the times that we have done this for folks, we've never come across any entities, come across some attachments. This is a very emotional healing for people, very much of a clearing and a blessing. Of course, there's always lots of tears, which is good. These are good tears, good energy when we do that. And I think people respond to it in lots of ways. We have had people to jump off the table and to leave our home. So that's been interesting. That it was this too much and just couldn't deal with it right then, right there. So and that's okay too. But this is definitely a clearing way to, and your angel is going to be part of this too. So that way it'll get you prepared for the Merkaba, because the Merkaba is created out of our own hearts. So if we have any deep love issues, aloha issues, we want to make sure these are addressed so that we are cleared and blessed within, and that way our Merkabas can be, can expand beyond our heart space and create that sacred space around us. So that's why the Archangel Michael clearing and blessing is very much needed for this part of like the heart is involved always with the Merkaba, the ones we're doing now. Back in the 1980s when Drumbelow Melchizedek was teaching the Merkabas, at first it was mental Merkabas. And that's what Jeanne and I learned in 2002 when we were going through the Merkaba training, and we had one of the certified teachers come to the Tai Chi Center, and we completed our Merkaba training there in 2002. And that was the mental Merkaba. So that was something we had to do every day to keep it sustained. But then in 2011 and 2015, when Drumbelow taught the final Alpha Omega part of awakening the illuminated heart, we were taught the feminine way to create the Merkaba. And this comes out of our own heart. So being the feminine way, we only had to do this ceremony one time to create the Merkaba, and it stays with us until our body moves on to the next dimension or density. So the heart is always there. And of course, if the heart is there, you see the little lighted area in the center of the diagram. That is the tiny space of the heart. So the very seed of creation is within every Merkaba. And all the Merkabas that we have done and all of our shamans have done, they're all connected all around the globe. We've had shamans go, I think one shaman has gone all the way to China and placed Merkabas there also. And all of our other Merkaba shamans, whenever they travel, they place Merkabas wherever they go. So that's wonderful. And the good thing about Merkabas is they automatically find the other Merkabas that all our shamans have created. So they are all connected. It's like this beautiful energy web, if you can imagine that, all over the place. So, and this is what you'll be able to do. And you can use that. And it's not only for planetary healing clearing, but it's also for you. And so your alpha sphere, you can see the diagram in the center. That's what it's going to look like when the Merkaba is around you and within your Aloha bubble. So for now, those of you who are working with the Aloha bubble, just keep working on that. That'll be even better should you take the class, or should you find a way to activate your Merkaba on your own, because you certainly do not have to come to class to do this. We've met probably up to 5 people when we've spoken about Merkaba shamanism, and they've come up to us after the class or after the talk and said that they have activated their own Merkaba. And I asked if it was through Drumbelow, and they said no. So there's other people teaching the ways of the Merkaba, so it's not necessarily the way that we do that. But if you like a quick, efficient way, then yeah, join us in July and we'll help you to do that. So for now, though, if you haven't got one, just work on your Aloha bubble. That's still love. Now the Merkaba, this is what it's going to look like again, just different pictures with that. And I know all the Merkaba pictures we have you sitting down, but they're around you when you stand up to them when you move. And you can see how it's a three-dimensional Star of David, but a Star of David is not necessarily a Merkaba. So you can see how your Merkabic field is around you. So imagine your arms stretched out to the sides and out to the edge of your fingertips. That's where it is. And also, if you wanted to extend all the way out, it would be about 55 feet across. That's all the way across. So you can see that you can not only affect a lot of people within that 55 feet, but also you're going to be sensitive to all the energy within that 55 feet. So you're going to have to change the way you filter energy around you. Now, once you have your Merkaba activated, then you'll be able to connect with the Unity Consciousness Grid that has been completed since 2008. And that was when the Ascended Masters were in Moorea. That's a heart-shaped island in Tahiti. So here they are in the South Pacific, and Moorea, the heart-shaped island, and they completed the Unity Consciousness Grid in 2008. So it is a dodecahedron. That's a 12-sided sacred geometry figure, and it's a 12 pentagons in a sphere. Also a icosahedron. That's 23-sided triangles in a sphere. So you can see how the icosahedron and dodecahedron are surrounding Mother Earth at this time. So when you have a Merkaba, you can simply just travel out and just almost like you're docking, just like at the space station, on one of those little nodal points, or really at any point along this grid. You can attach and do your own healing for Mother Earth and for yourself. So it's a wonderful way to use your Merkaba shamanism. You also can use it for personal energy healing. So you can imagine you can send that Merkaba that's around your heart. Imagine just sending and projecting it out in a ball, like you see with this figure, this diagram. So you can see with this picture, just imagine this circular Merkabic field around you, shining this bright light. You can hold it in your palm. You can allow it to use this for your own personal healing, or you can also use it in your other healing work with other people. We often combine this with our Huna, our Reiki, our crystals and stones, sound healing, all the other healing that we do, ceremonies. You can call in and activate and energize your Merkaba to be used for this specific intention. And also the Merkaba, once you have it around you, it can help you with those of you who are having a energy filter challenges, where, for instance, the 3G, 4G, 5G and beyond, cosmic waves, solar eclipse waves, moon waves, rhythms, vibrations. You can program your Merkaba to absorb and repurpose these energies for your own personal use and healing. Now you could deflect them also, but I would suggest you just absorb them and repurpose them just like you would anything else, like you would sunlight or love or anything like that when you're around other folks, pets, when you're outside in nature. You absorb all those energies. So the wonderful thing about the Merkaba is you can absorb that and use it for your own energy wellness and healing, and to share that with other people. And I think you'll find it's an excellent way to filter the energy all around you, because we know that we're living in a beautiful energy ball, an energy sphere, a diamond of energy. So we want to certainly learn how to assimilate this energy and use it. And the Merkaba shamanism will help us to do that. So the class then again will be July 20 through 21. It's the Alpha Omega class. It's a 2-day class. So I hope you have a chance to join us and sign up for that. You'll find the information in the show notes, and also Facebook, on our Facebook pages and groups, and also on our website, EarthStar Spiritual Center. So if you have any questions in the chat, just send us a note and let us know how we can answer anything about Merkaba shamanism. Because remember, we know what shamanism is. We know it's the harmony of mind, body, and spirit. And we know that as shamans, what we do is we influence and or create a reality with the conscious harmony, mind, body, and spirit. And so being able to use the Merkaba, not only can we do galactic, solar system wide, earth wide, so we have this planetary ability, cosmic ability to also heal the universe, the galaxy, the solar system, the planet, our towns and cities. If you go to Merkabas across America and the world on Facebook, you can join that. It's a private group, but sign up to join that. It's free. And that way can share any Merkaba experiences you've had, especially in your local town, anywhere you live, your districts. You can place Merkabas up because remember, it's pure love. We just want to make sure you ask Mother Earth first and let the Mother give you permission to place these beautiful bubbles and spinning light bodies of love in any particular place. And that way, it'll be totally okay once Mother Earth gives you the nod. Right. So thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you got an insight into what Merkaba shamanism is all about. So we can use it for, again, from cosmic healing to personal healing. We can add that and mix it with all of our energy healing modalities, the Reiki, the Huna, crystals and stones, Lomi, Hawaiian massage, any of the Hawaiian shamanism. You can also add it with your personal massage. If you're a massage therapist, works great with that. So any type of healing modalities, any type of meditation, going into meditation, having a Merkaba, being a Merkabic field, that's only going to act like an antenna for you to pull in all this wonderful energy from other loving spirits and ascended masters. So make sure you take a chance to research Merkabas, Merkaba shamanism. Go to our website, go to our Facebook pages, especially that Merkabas across America and around the world. Join up with that. We have other shamans on there who are Merkaba shamans. And just make sure you try to find that peace and love that's deep within you, because after all, that's what shamanism is all about. So hope you have a chance to explore, research, and find your way, find that information about shamanism. You find it's a very nice touch to be able to use that in our healing abilities and our shamanism here on Mother Earth, doing what we do. Well, just take a nice deep breath. You can see the little Merkaba behind us. You can see it's within a field, the flower of life field. And of course, that has to do with sacred geometry, the Fibonacci sequence, the golden mean. You see Metatron's cube right above me here. You see that? So that's Metatron's cube, and that contains all the sacred geometry, all the platonic solids within it. But you can see very distinctly there the Merkabic field, like the 6 point, or actually it's 8 points of the Merkaba, because remember you got some in the back there. You're going to be able to see that. All right, so drop us a line, give us a call. Any questions you'd like to ask about the Merkabic field, Merkaba shamanism. If not, we'll see you before July, but make sure you take a chance to find some friends and sign up, and we'll have that wonderful Merkaba class and just have a great time. And thank you for being here tonight. Hope you're adjusting to the new solar eclipse, to Father Sun, Grandmother Moon, Mother Earth, and the new energies that we have now, because it was a wonderful day yesterday. Today's even a better day, and tomorrow will be even better than that. So continue filtering those energies. Be the aloha in every moment. And thank you for being here.
And yesterday we talked about it being an opportunity to set intentions. So I hope that, today is just as good a day as yesterday to set an intention. Every day is a wonderful day to set an intention. Hey, Kelly. And so I'm hoping and inviting you to re-look at those intentions that you set yesterday for yourself, for your family, and for the planet, for humanity. Think about those every single day, focus on those, and let's make our planet a better place, a more loving place.
Yes, indeed. We want to be Planet Aloha, right? That's why we're here. Thank you, Nicole, Brandon, sharing all that aloha. Yeah, wherever you are, share all that aloha. Remember to be the love in every moment. And remember that, you are a shaman of aloha consciousness. So see, hear, and feel the love in every moment, and then you can be the love in every moment. Because remember, we're divine. So look, act, and be awesome, beautiful, and perfect. So have a great week. We'll see you here on Friday when we do our healing. I think we're probably going to talk about Reiki on Friday because we have a Reiki class, not this coming weekend, but the next one. So we'd like to share some of the things that we do at EarthStar Reiki that you may want to add to your little energy healing toolbox. Take one of our classes here. Even though you may have had Reiki with other teachers, you can just maybe learn some new things. So we'll bring up and break down some of the extra things we do here. Hi, Living and Learning. Thank you for joining us tonight. Much aloha. Thank you. Have a great week. All right, so take a deep breath. Feel that aloha all around you. And let's do a pow. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. Pow. Okay. So have a great week. And we love y'all. So take care. And we shall see you soon. Aloha.